Maybe you're used to letting people back in after they hurt you because that's exactly what you do with your relationship with yourself. I mean, think about it this way. Can you think about a time or multiple times in your life where maybe you were showing up consistently for yourself? You were going to the gym, maybe you were eating right, you were taking care of your needs, you were doing that self-care routine, you were going after certain goals, whether that was reading more, whatever it might be. And then because of a job or a romantic interest or some other thing that took your focus and your energy, you stopped showing up for yourself. And so basically you've become an inconsistent parent to your inner child. That might be why you get so frustrated whenever things aren't working out in that relationship or that job, and then you don't know why your life seems like it's falling apart. And a lot of that could be because the job or the relationship or whatever, and that's really stressful, and that is definitely something you need to validate and work through and grieve. But it's also important to reflect on those situations and ask yourself if you were still doing what you could to accommodate your needs and take care of yourself. So I don't know, maybe over the next week, bring some attention to the different times in your life where you felt like you self-abandoned. And ask yourself a couple questions like, why did I do that? What was going on in my life? And try to do this without criticizing or shaming yourself too much. Because yes, there are times in our lives where sometimes we self-abandon or we aren't taking as good of care of ourselves as we would like to, because there is just a lot going on in our lives. And that happens. You are a human and that's okay. But also, do you have a pattern of self-abandoning whenever you get into a new relationship, whenever you find a new friend group, whenever you find something that seems more important than actually taking care of your inner child? If you do, then it might be a good opportunity to start bringing some awareness to what your needs are, what your wants are, what your goals are. What are your current thoughts, beliefs, and narratives around those goals, needs, and things like that? And do you have disempowering beliefs that keep you from being consistent at going after those things or fulfilling your needs for yourself? And how can you slowly but surely start going after these goals and taking care of your needs in a more consistent and sustainable way? But most importantly, how can you start to center yourself in your own story of your life? This does not mean that you're selfish. Yes, you are still considering other people. You are not being self-centered, but you are centering yourself so that you can make sure to take care of yourself and fill your cup before giving it out to everything and everyone else. Because when you start to do that, you stop settling for relationships, friendships, jobs, and things like that that would steal that relationship from yourself again. Because you're going to be like, I work way too hard to maintenance my relationship with myself and keep myself at peace and like take care of my inner child. I am not going to get into that job, that relationship, that friendship, that thing, because I know myself well enough that I will self-abandon, and I like my routine and the stuff that I got going on in my life way too much to self-abandon. I'm just not interested in doing that anymore. You deserve that, okay? So anyway, I hope that helps at least one person. My name's Sarah. I'm your favorite self-experimenting coach or companion, and I help get people reacquainted with who they most authentically are. You're an amazing person, and I hope you have the best day.